Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and President Donald Trump is making waves with yet another pardon. And this one is something I think Republicans and Democrats will support. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica, and hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. President Donald Trump has announced his plans to pardon, well, arguably the greatest baseball player in the history of baseball, Pete Rose. Does this mean Pete Rose goes into the National Baseball Hall of Fame where he rightfully belongs? I don't know. I don't think it would have a bearing on it, and I know that somebody from the Hall of Fame actually said we're not in the pardon business. But let's take a look real quick at what Pete Rose was guilty of, what he was found guilty of. Now, this is not talking about his criminal case, which was about taxes, but this is talking about his Major League Baseball situation. Pete Rose was found by baseball to be guilty of betting on his own team. Now, a lot has been made about he bet on baseball, and I think people assume that because he bet on baseball, he bet against his team and then purposely lost games. It's not true. What he did was he bet on himself. He bet on his team winning. So, I understand there's no gambling in baseball, but I fail to see what requires a lifetime permanent, even beyond his life, because Mr. Rose passed away, a permanent ban from the game of baseball. They're talking about the all-time hits leader. Nobody has more hits than Pete Rose. He's betting on his team. He has confidence in his team. Again, I understand it's a rules violation, but I don't think it's so horrific that it would require a lifetime ban. It doesn't make sense to me. And maybe one of you who understands more about this than I do, okay, I'm not an expert on this topic, can explain it to me. Because to me, it seems silly. I understand that there should not be gambling in baseball. I get the reasons for that. I understand that. But betting on your own team doesn't seem like it requires a lifetime and beyond ban to me. You took the sport away from him. You took away managing from him. You took away him participating in the sport that he loved, that he dedicated his life to. You took that away from the man until his dying day. You didn't let him get the spot in the Hall of Fame that he richly deserved, because let's face it, betting on baseball didn't get him to be the all-time hits leader. He's the all-time hits leader because he was that good at playing the game of baseball. So it doesn't seem to make sense to me. And I know Trump, a lot of people think Trump is this vengeful figure, this guy who wants vengeance and justice. And of course he wants justice, but he's a forgiving man. And he's a guy who sees something and he sees a wrong being done and he wants to right it. He feels it's his obligation to right it. It's when you look at the First Step Act, what he did for so many people who were convicted of nonviolent crimes, were model citizens. It was their first offense. He gave them a way back into society, into a life again. He pardoned people that were guilty of crimes, that maybe it was their first offense or maybe it wasn't such a horrible crime. And he pardoned those people. He likes to give second chances. And unfortunately, he can only give this one posthumously. But I think it's a great idea. And I think you're going to see a lot of Democrats even on board with this. I would love to know what you guys think about this. So let me know your opinions in the comments.